to know who you ask, they'll tell you I'm a legend. From YO to the Veil to the Mongo spot on Creston. Always been 1,000, never ever been a lame. Lay a nigga down for these 3 letters on my chain.
Peace, y'all. We're shaking with it, man. You already know how it's going down. This is your boy, your dog, Hood and all that, man. And you are now checking out a new episode of the Tales from the Hood vlog series, man. Stop what you're doing right now. Make sure that you stream or download me and Shaheem's new single called Get Back. It's available on all digital streaming platforms. The visual is out also on YouTube. Go run those numbers up. Make sure that y'all show us some love, and we definitely appreciate all the support that we receive from you guys, okay? With that being said, let's get into today's episode, all right? What we're going to talk about today is the making of the album that I did with me and Big Twin from Infamous Mob. Infamous in the Hood, all right? Let's talk about it. Now, firstly, for all you guys that know me in real time out there, I'm talking about that know me in real life, not this internet world. You know what I'm saying? You guys know my love for Mobb Deep. Just like so many other people out here who are lovers of hip-hop, I came up off the Mob. So the Mob was everything to me from a child. You know what I'm saying? Definitely top 3 rap groups of all time in my eyes. I don't care what no one else says. You don't have to agree with me, because that's just what it is. Argue with yourself, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, just with me putting that out there, I think it's kind of obvious that I heard Big Twin, like, earlier on, you know, on the Mob albums. My favorite and most memorable verse from him is the one he did on the Murder Music album, when he was like, "It hurt my ass, my first time catching crabs." I'm like, yo, who was son right there with that voice, man? Dude got like a real distinctive, kind of funny, but hard voice, you know what I mean? Like No Rainbow. But it was real distinctive, and he stood out. So he's the person that stood out to me the most out of, you know, all the other artists on that album. So I'm like, it would be dope to work with him one day, you know what I'm saying? I end up dropping 2 verses for the Alchemist album, so I kind of had like a good chemistry with the QB artists and all that, and I seen it from then. I'm like, okay, we sound dope. Later on, like years later, I end up bumping into Big Twin. We connected, and you know, we kept in contact, and I ended up sending him a record called Never Ran, you know, for a project that I was working on. So he ended up sending it back to me. Now, before he even sent it back to me, I already kind of pretty much knew how this record was going to turn out, because like I said, I had seen the chemistry that me and the other QB artists had when I was working with Alchemist. So I'm like, yeah, this is going to be dope. If it come out anything like this, it's going to be crazy. And it did. The record came out fire. I'm like, ooh, oh yeah, we definitely need a video for this. So at the time, he was in Cali and I was in Yonkers. So I'm like, look, man, I know you doing whatever you're doing over there. I can't like really move right now because I have something to do here, and I know you're probably doing whatever you're doing. So you could shoot your part over there, shoot my part here, and my videographer could edit us together and make it look, you know, respectable. And that's what happened. Put it out, and we seen how everyone was receiving it and how everyone liked it. And we was like, you know what? Hold up, man. We might got something here. He was like, what you mean? What you want to do? I'm like, yo, we might need to do an album. So we chopped it up for a minute about it. And it took us a while to get started on it, because both of us were just doing so much. I ended up going to North Carolina for a significant amount of time, and he was already down there. So we ended up connecting, and, you know, we spoke about doing the album, went over different ideas. He started gathering beats, I started gathering beats. And we started the recording process. We did a joint called Where Will I Go, which is one of my favorite joints to this day. Joint came out super dope. We ended up doing a video to that joint in Charlotte, North Carolina, in a project called Della Hay. That joint came out fire. That's like one of my favorite joints off the album. Did a couple more other joints, probably like 4 or 5 more other joints. And then like we stopped recording for a while. And probably after a couple of months, we picked back up where we left off. And once we picked back up where we left off at, we started going over different ideas as far as what we wanted to do for the album cover, and what we wanted to call the album, and then what we was going to do for the cover. So we came up with the name Infamous in the Hood. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking at the old Infamous album, and you know, the artwork on it, I'm like, Infamous in the Hood? Yo, we should call it Infamous in the Hood. So that's what we decided on. Now, after that, we decided on what kind of artwork we wanted to do for the t-shirts. So I'm like, look, man, me and him both decided that we should take like the writing style of the Boys in the Hood movie title and put it with the Infamous, you know what I'm saying? Like kind of logo, and put it together. And that'd be dope. So that's what we did. We put the Boys in the Hood logo with the Infamous joint. It came up with Infamous in the Hood. And it came up with these t-shirts. You feel what I'm saying? So we got t-shirts. We wrapped the album up. Now, I'll be honest with you. Like, we didn't, like, do everything that we wanted to do with the album. It was kind of, I'm not going to say rushed because that's the wrong word, but it wasn't put together the way that we wanted it to be put together. You know what I'm saying? Because we had it sitting around for like a long time. It was supposed to come out way before we released it. We was like, man, let's just put this out. You know what I'm saying? Because we had enough songs, and then we had songs that we didn't put out, that we didn't use. We're just like, you know what? We just got it sitting around. Let's just put this out. So we ended up putting it out, and it was actually, it was actually a dope project. Me and him work well together. We complement each other on tracks. You know, our chemistry is dope. We picked the right production that complement our voices. So, you know what I'm saying? It's safe to say that he's probably one of my favorite people to collab with, because it's easy to work with him. You know what I'm saying? We even spoke about doing another album, but we never got a chance to like really get started on it for real. We just, you know, spoke about it. We got like a couple unreleased tracks, but the whole idea for the next project was to let Ito from Rochester totally produce it. You know what I'm saying? Last time we spoke, that was the plan, you know? But, you know, he's doing a lot. I'm doing a lot. But we might get that this year. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of other projects that I got coming out, but I definitely would like to finish that up with my guy, Big Twin. You know what I'm saying? So, if you haven't checked that project out, go check it out. Go check the videos me and Big Twin got out right now. They super dope. And, follow me on Instagram, man, @RealJHood_. Like this video, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And until next time, man.